Welcome back, Royal Sussex Squad, where truth has a voice, loyalty has a heartbeat, and the smear campaigns get no air. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, because over here we tell it like it is. No Buckingham filters, no tabloid nonsense, just raw, real, unapologetic support for Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the truth behind the headlines. And to our loyal listeners, the squad that never sleeps, never backs down, thank you. Your support, your comments, your super thanks, they fuel this channel. You are the reason this movement is alive and thriving. Let's keep this energy going, because today's episode, it's a big one. Let's talk about King Charles jetting off to Canada, while refusing to even pick up the phone and speak to his own son. That's right. The king is heading to the same continent where his estranged son, Prince Harry, lives with Meghan and their children. But reconciliation? Not on the royal agenda, let's break it down. So the headlines are glowing, aren't they? King Charles and Queen Camilla off to Canada, celebrating this and commemorating that. They're smiling for photos at Canada House, shaking hands, accepting symbolic keys like it's 1925. You'd think this was some historic diplomatic breakthrough. But back at home, and more importantly in California, there's a son still waiting for his father to just speak to him. Let that sink in. Because just days before this royal tour was announced, Prince Harry sat down in an emotional interview with the BBC. And what did he say? He said he wants reconciliation. He said, "Life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has." He said, "There's no point in continuing to fight anymore." And the part that truly cuts deep, he won't speak to me because of this security stuff. Now, I'm sorry, but what? Is this what royalty has become? A father who can fly across the Atlantic to shake hands with strangers but can't lift a finger to dial his own son? And this isn't just any son. This is Prince Harry, the one who flew back when his father was diagnosed with cancer, the one who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, who built the Invictus Games, who tried everything to protect his wife and children when the institution refused to. And how does Charles respond? With silence, with coldness, with distance. Yet the press still dares to spin this as Harry's problem. No, not today, not here. Let me tell you something. When Prince Harry said, "There's no point in fighting," that wasn't surrender, that was strength. That was a man choosing peace over pride, a man choosing legacy over ego, because Harry gets it. He's a father now. He knows what it means to protect your children at all costs. He knows that you don't let protocol come before people. And yet the very institution that raised him to value honour, duty, family, now treats him like an outsider for actually living by those values. Meanwhile, Charles and Camilla are planting trees in Ottawa like everything is fine. But how can you plant seeds of diplomacy when you haven't even watered the roots of your own family? Let's talk about Camilla for a second. Oh yes, Queen Camilla, the woman the press now praises for her dignity and modern touch. But we haven't forgotten how her path to the throne was paved with scandal, manipulation and years of spin doctoring. And now she's being inducted into the Canadian Privy Council, while Harry is stripped of his security and dignity in his own country. The audacity. And what about Meghan? Let's not forget the Duchess of Sussex, who's living with grace and strength in Montecito, raising Archie and Lilibet in peace, still doing meaningful work, all while being dragged by the same media that gave Camilla a royal makeover. Where's Meghan's Privy Council moment? Where's her apology? Let me tell you where it is. It's overdue. But Meghan doesn't wait for apologies. She builds, she nurtures, she leads with love. And Harry protects. That's what a real partnership looks like. That's what real royalty looks like. So now we have Charles delivering speeches in Canada. Yes, speeches about reconciliation, no less. Reconciliation. The same man who won't speak to his own son is now talking about acknowledging the darker parts of colonial history. Is this a speech or a stunt? Because if you can't reconcile with your own blood, how are we supposed to believe you can lead global healing? Real reconciliation starts at home. But this king, with all his jewels and titles, refuses to do the one thing that costs nothing and means everything: talk to his son. The hypocrisy is almost unbearable. And yet, Harry continues to rise. Meghan continues to shine, and we, the Royal Sussex Squad, continue to stand with them. Because we see through the palace PR machine, we hear what isn't said, and we are not here for the gaslighting. Let's be clear, Harry and Meghan were never the problem. They were the threat. Not to the public, but to the institution, because they broke the mould, they told the truth. And for that, the firm turned its back on them. But guess what? The world is watching now. And no amount of royal tours, ceremonial keys or photo ops can erase the fact that this family is fractured. And not because of the Sussexes, but because of a crown that values image over integrity. We said it before and we'll say it again. You can't silence the truth. You can't exile compassion. And you can't cancel Harry and Meghan so as Charles and Camilla wave their way through Ottawa. Remember who's really leading with courage. It's not the people behind the palace gates. It's the ones who stepped outside them, told the truth and chose peace. If you've made it this far, and I know our squad always does, do me a favour. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that super thanks button if you believe in lifting up Harry and Meghan's truth. And most importantly, share this message. Because this isn't just about royals, this is about respect. It's about family. And it's about justice. We're not just fans here, we're advocates, we're defenders, we are the Royal Sussex Squad. Thank you for tuning in. Stay loud, stay proud, and remember, we don't follow the crown, we follow the truth. The House of Windsor, a symbol of continuity and tradition, finds itself navigating a period of profound internal turbulence. The once seemingly unbreakable bonds of family appear strained, stretched thin by public disagreements and private heartaches. A palpable sense of unease hangs in the air, a quiet disquiet that whispers of unresolved conflicts and unspoken grievances. The departure of Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, from frontline royal duties was not an end but a beginning of a new, more challenging chapter. It laid bare the differing expectations and the struggles to reconcile personal happiness with institutional demands. The silence emanating from the highest echelons of the family often speaks louder than any public statement. While duty continues, and public appearances are meticulously managed, the underlying human drama remains a poignant undercurrent. The hope for reconciliation is a fragile one, yet it persists, a testament to the universal desire to see rifts mended and bridges rebuilt. In a moment of striking vulnerability, Prince Harry recently laid bare his yearning for reconciliation. His words, shared in a poignant interview with BBC News on May 2, 2025, resonated deeply with many who understand the complexities of familial bonds. "Life is precious," he stated, his voice tinged with an undeniable sincerity. "I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff, but it would be nice to reconcile." This heartfelt plea came in the wake of a significant personal setback for Harry, the dismissal of his legal challenge concerning his security arrangements in the United Kingdom. Harry's openness, his willingness to publicly articulate this longing, is a courageous act, especially given the intense scrutiny that follows his every word and action. His statement is a reminder that behind the titles and the protocols are real people with real emotions, navigating relationships that are as intricate and sometimes as painful as any other families. His plea is a powerful call, not just to his own family, but to all of us, about the enduring importance of mending broken fences before time runs out. Even as Prince Harry's heartfelt words echoed across the Atlantic, King Charles III and Queen Camilla were preparing for a significant royal visit. From May 26th to May 27th, 2025, the King and Queen are set to undertake a tour of Canada. This marks King Charles's 20th visit to the Commonwealth nation, but his first since his coronation, imbuing the trip with particular significance. The stated aims are noble: to strengthen the enduring bond between Canada and the monarchy, and to highlight the Crown's integral role in Canadian democracy. Upon arrival in Ottawa on May 26th, they will be greeted by dignitaries, an arrival guard, and participate in a community gathering at Lansdowne Park. A key moment during the visit will be Queen Camilla's formal induction as a member of the King's Privy Council for Canada, a notable honour. The presence of strong Indigenous participation throughout the tour also signals an attempt to engage with all facets of Canadian society. Section 4, The Continental Chasm, A Father's Proximity, A Son's Distance. The irony is not lost on observers. King Charles III will soon be on the same continent as his younger son, Prince Harry, who resides in California with his wife Meghan and their two children Archie and Lilibet. While the king attends to his royal duties in Ottawa, engaging with dignitaries and delivering speeches, his son's heartfelt plea for reconciliation seemingly hangs unanswered in the vast North American air. This physical closeness, yet profound silence, speaks volumes about the current state of their relationship. The king's visit to Canada, while constitutionally important, inadvertently highlights a missed opportunity of immense personal significance. Ignoring a heartfelt plea, especially one made with such vulnerability, only deepens the chasm, making the path to eventual reconciliation even more arduous and uncertain for all involved. Section 5. Echoes of estrangement, the weight of royal rifts. The current divisions within the royal family are not without historical precedent. The annals of monarchy are replete with tales of familial discord, power struggles, and painful estrangements. Yet each instance carries its own unique weight, its own particular sorrow, amplified by the relentless glare of public scrutiny. The rift between King Charles and Prince Harry, however, feels particularly resonant in contemporary society, touching upon universal themes of parental relationships, sibling dynamics, and the difficult quest for individual identity within a powerful family structure. The hope remains that the lessons of past estrangements, the lost time, the lingering regrets, might yet inform a different approach, one that prioritizes the human connections that underpin even the grandest of institutions, fostering a spirit of genuine respect. Section 6. Bridging the divide, the enduring hope for family unity. Despite the current impasse and the palpable distance, the hope for family unity, however fragile, endures. Prince Harry's courageous and heartfelt plea serves as a powerful reminder that reconciliation often begins with one person's willingness to reach out, to express vulnerability, and to articulate a desire for peace. The path to healing is rarely easy, but it is always possible when there is a genuine commitment from all sides to listen and to understand. For the royal family, whose every dynamic is subject to intense public scrutiny, the pressure to present a united front is immense. Yet, true unity cannot be manufactured for public consumption. It must be cultivated through genuine effort, empathy, and a willingness to engage in uncomfortable but necessary conversations. True leadership, whether of a nation or a family, involves compassion, the ability to forgive, and the wisdom to recognize that mending bridges is a sign of strength, not a concession. The potential for a brighter, more harmonious future for all involved hinges on this very human capacity for reconciliation. Section 7. Forging a new path. Harry and Meghan's unwavering vision. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have consistently demonstrated a commitment to forging their own path, one guided by their deeply held values of compassion, service, and authenticity. Their decision to step back from their roles as senior working royals was not an abandonment of duty, but a redefinition of it, a courageous choice to protect their family's well-being and to pursue impactful work on a global scale, free from the constraints and intense pressures of the traditional royal system. Their dedication to causes such as mental health awareness, ethical media practices, and empowering marginalized communities showcases a modern approach to public service. They have utilized their platform to amplify voices that are often unheard and to drive meaningful conversations about societal challenges. Their journey highlights the complexities of navigating personal integrity within an ancient institution, and their efforts to find a more equitable and compassionate way forward are inspiring to many who feel constrained by outdated norms or unjust systems. Their heartfelt plea for reconciliation, particularly from Harry, is not just about mending personal ties, but about affirming the enduring power of love, family, and the hope for a more understanding and just world.